Hey everyone and welcome back to PowerPro Academy. So far in this Python data analysis series, we have learned about Pandas, NumPy, data cleaning, filtering, grouping and visualization. Now it's time to bring everything together and work on a real world project. In this video, we are going to analyze a COVID-19 dataset that contains data from countries across the world. We will learn how to load data into Python, explore and understand the dataset, clean the data, perform data analysis, then find the important insights from that particular data. We will create visualization and in the end, we will draw business conclusions from that particular data. And this is how data analysts work in real companies. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we have to jump into a VS Code as usual to create or write our code. So here we are in our VS Code, and first of all, we have to import some of the libraries. So I am going to write import pandas as pd, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and import seaborn as sns. The first thing every data analyst does is import the required libraries. Pandas help us with tables and dataset. Matplotlib help us to create chart and graphs, and Seaborn is built on top of Matplotlib and creates more attractive visualizations. So think of Pandas as our data manager and Matplotlib as our artist. So now what we have to do is I am writing df equals to pd dot read underscore csv, and in the attribute I am passing our data file. So now here we are loading our COVID dataset into a pandas data frame. A data frame is simply a table made up of rows and columns. And once the data is loaded, we can start exploring it. So as you can see, we have loaded our data into the df variable. So first of all, I am writing here df.head, and the head function displays the first 5 record. This helps us quickly understand what kind of information is available in the data. So in our data set, we can see columns like country, confirmed cases, deaths, recovered cases, active cases, and WHO region. These columns will help us understand the interesting questions about the pandemic. Now I am writing df.info, and the info function is one of the most important function in pandas. It tells us how many row exist, how many columns exist, what are the data type of each column, and whether any values are missing or not. So before doing analysis, always understand your data. Now I am writing df.isNull.sum. Now real world datasets are rarely perfect. Some values may be missing. The isNull function identifies missing values and the sum function counts them. So a good analyst always checks data quality before analysis. Now I am writing df.describe. So now let's generate statistical information, and with the describe function, we can generate that particular thing. So describe give us count, mean, minimum, maximum, and the standard deviation of the data. For example, we can quickly identify countries with extremely high confirmed cases. This step help us understand the overall distribution of the data. Okay, so now let's find or yes, let's find the highest number of confirmed cases within the country. So I am going to write top underscore confirm, which is a variable. And now I am going to sort the values. So generally we have to sort the data. The data is in the data frame, which is df. So I am writing df dot sort underscore values. And in the bracket, I am writing by equals to confirmed, comma, ascending equals to false. Now let's print out the values here. So top underscore confirmed, and I am getting the column country slash region, comma confirmed, and I want top 10 countries. So I am writing dot head, and in the head function, I am writing 10. So this will give me the top countries with the highest number of confirmed cases. The sort value arranges data from highest to lowest. The top countries clearly show which regions were most affected by COVID-19. From our dataset, we can immediately observe that United States, Brazil, India, Russia are among the most heavily impacted countries. Okay, now let's create one graph over there. So I am writing plt.figure, and in the attribute I am passing fig size equals to 12 comma 6. Now I am getting the top 10 countries. So top 10 equals to top underscore confirmed dot head, and inside that I am writing 10. Now let's build the graph. So plt dot bar, and inside that I am writing top 10 country slash region, uh, which is the generally column, and top 10 confirm. Now plt.xticks, the rotation will be 45, so it basically rotate the bars. Plt.title, so it will be top 10 countries by confirmed cases, and plt.show. So numbers are useful, but visualization tell stories. And this graph chart clearly shows the huge gap between countries. Notice how the United States far ahead in confirmed cases. This is why visualization is a crucial skill for every data analyst. Okay, now let's create one more detail item. So I am getting the top deaths, top underscore deaths equals to df dot sort value, and we have to do by deaths ascending equals to false. And now I am getting the top 10 countries with the higher deaths. So top underscore deaths, the column, country column, comma, deaths dot head and 10. So confirmed cases tells us about the spread, and death tells us about the severity. By sorting the dataset using the death column, we can identify the country that suffered the highest fatalities. Okay, so let's recover the death rate. So df death rate equals to df deaths divided by df confirmed into 100. df country or the region death rate slash dot sort value by death rate ascending false dot head 10. Raw death counts can be misleading. A country with more cases naturally may have more deaths. So analysts often calculate death rate, and the formula is death divided by confirmed cases multiplied by 100. This tells us the percentage of unaffected people who died. This metric provide a more meaningful comparison between the countries. So what we can do from that is we can also derive the recovery rate. So for that we have to just formalize the formula df recovery date, and in the attribute we have to call the recovered column divided by confirmed into 100. Another important metric which we created is recovery rate. A high recovery rate usually indicates better treatment outcomes and successful recovery of patient, and this gives us more balanced picture of the pandemic. Now, let's find out the highest recovery percentage in between the countries. So df country slash region recovery rate dot sort value by recovery rate ascending equals to false, and the head count is 10. So this is how we can find the countries with the most or the highest recovery percentage. Countries with high recovery rate often indicate effective healthcare response or earlier recovery stages. Now let's see one more thing, which is the grouping method in the Panda. So for that, let's get the region cases. So region underscore cases equals to df dot group by, and here we are grouping it by WHO region column, and let's call out the confirm dot sum, and when we print the region cases, then we can see that grouping is one of the most powerful operation in pandas. Instead of looking at individual countries, we are now analyzing entire WHO regions. So group by combines record belonging to same category and calculates the total. This help us understand which region were most affected globally. Now let's plot the graph here. So region underscore cases dot plot, the kind of graph we have to draw is bar. The fixed size equals to 10 comma 5. Let's put the title over there. So plt dot title is COVID cases by WHO region, and then plt dot show. Now this chart provides a regional perspective. Instead of country level analysis, we can compare continents and global health regions over there. So decision makers often use such reports to allocate resources and plan responses. Now let's find something else. So let's find the top growth. Okay, so DF growth equals to DF confirmed minus DF confirmed last week. Top underscore growth equals to DF dot sort value by growth ascending equals to Fox. Now top growth, in which we have to call the country region, and growth dot head, and the count of head is 10. Now this is one of the most important metrics during a pandemic is growth. Growth tells us how rapidly cases are increasing. Countries with large growth values may require immediate intervention and healthcare support. This analysis helps government identify hotspot. So let's summarize the key findings over there. So the first insight is the United States had the highest confirmed cases in the data set. The second insight is Brazil and India also showed extremely high infection counts. Then we have the insight that some countries demonstrated recovery rate above 90%. The America region recorded the highest overall cases count, whether several countries showed rapidly weekly growth indicating active outbreaks. And this is exactly how analysts convert raw data into actionable insights. So congratulations to all of you. Today you have completed a real world COVID-19 data analysis project. And in this project you have learned the data loading, data exploration, data cleaning, sorting, filtering, grouping, visualization, and insight generation. These are the exact skills used by data analysts, data scientists, business analysts, and BI developers every day. Practice this project on your own and try creating additional charts and discovering new insight from the dataset. This dataset, which I recovered, is downloaded from the Kaggle, so you can download your own dataset and do your own analysis. The more question you ask the data, the better analyst you become. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like the video, subscribe the PowerPro Academy, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Happy coding.